I'm Stig Asmussen. I'm game director of God of War 3. I work for Sony Santa Monica Studios. Well, the beginning of the game has always been the most important moment of God of War because it's the way we draw the player in and lock them in. And God of War 1 had a huge beginning. God of War 2 got even bigger, and we needed to top that for God of War 3, and I think we did. We pick up right where God of War 2 left off, where Kratos is on the shoulder of Gaia as she's scaling Mount Olympus, ready to go into battle with the gods on the top of Mount Olympus. And we had to set up this huge fight where these titans are riding alongside Gaia, and the gods are kind of pouring down the mountain, and there's this battle like nobody's ever seen before. It was particularly hard because we're working on this scale that nobody's ever done before. These titans are 1,500 feet tall. We're talking taller than the Empire State Building. And Kratos can actually walk on them. And there's enemies kind of pouring onto the titans, and he's doing his battle as the titans are climbing. So we had to start with a gameplay design that we had never seen in another game. There's nothing we could point to that was anywhere near this, and that's why it was one of the toughest things that I've ever worked on in my career. Not only there's the technological stuff, how do you get all this stuff on screen, but how do you make it fun? So we've got Kratos on the shoulder of Gaia, and he's fighting an army of soldiers, and he makes his way down this path on Gaia's arm, and all of a sudden this creature plunges through the wrist of Gaia out of nowhere. Very shocker moment. And once you get a good look at it, you realize it's kind of a collection of the monsters of the sea. You've got part crab, you've got this kind of like shrimp kind of thing. You've got this horse creature, and you're kind of like, what's the horse doing with this? Before you know it, you're in battle with this thing. And we needed to come up with a fiction behind Gaia actually doing these crazy movements during battle, because we found that these crazy movements are kind of what really took the gameplay to the next level. Her kind of swinging her arm around, and Kratos, as her arm swings, going from standing on the ground to climbing on the wall to going into kind of this vertical ceiling climb, all while battling this creature. Rather than just climbing the mountain, this creature that we call Leviathan gave us this tool to kind of have this battle, this multi-stage battle, as you're climbing up the mountain. One of the things that I wanted to make sure that we did is make this creature mysterious. I think one of the things that I think is done very well in a lot of horror films is that they don't really reveal the source of the enemy until the very end. So you kind of make your way through this battle, climbing Mount Olympus. Sometimes you're on Gaia, sometimes you're off. Sometimes you're fighting with her, sometimes she's fighting in the background, but she's always dealing with this creature, and you can never really see the creature completely and really understand what it is, but you know it's a force that's to be reckoned with. Finally, you make it to the top of Gaia's head and very close to the top of the mountain. And then what this creature really is starts to take shape. It's not just one Leviathan creature, it's several. You see one pop up, and then a second one pop up, and then a third, and then this huge geyser comes out. In the middle of the geyser is the god Poseidon. You realize at that moment, Poseidon went down into the sea and collected all the nastiest elements of the sea and brought them back up to take you on. And it's this reveal moment that I think worked out really well, and I think gamers are really going to dig it.